Konnect Radio, playing Sanctus Real, Pray. Hello, this is Chris Burks on Weekend Worship here every Sunday night, 8 till 10, playing amazing songs like that and also chatting to amazing people with amazing stories. Guaranteed you'll have heard us talk about Nazarene Theological College. Well, I thought it was about time we found out exactly what it's like to study there. Joe Boston is a student doing a full-time course. Joe, before we get to talk about college and what you're up to, tell me about your faith story.
So I grew up in a Christian home. So I grew up going to church, and I quite enjoyed it as well. Like, I know that often you kind of hear that people grow up in church and they don't really enjoy it and they turn away and what have you, but I quite enjoyed it. That's where all my mates were. But it wasn't until I was probably about 13 when my dad took me to this event with an evangelist, and this evangelist shared his story and kind of shared a bit about the gospel, and I was uncertain about whether, like, I was, I suppose, part of the kingdom, you might say, and I was like, I want to be in on this, I want to be part of this, and just make sure that I'm not just kind of coasting along, as you might say. So that was when I was about 13, but it wasn't until I was probably about 15 or 16 that I kind of more fully decided to be in on this, Jesus life, really. So, rather than it just being a mental decision, I suppose a heart one. So, I suppose one thing that kind of changed in me was more like evangelism. Like, I became more concerned about others as well, like my friends and what they thought of faith and Jesus and having conversations with them. So that's probably where it changed more so. And also, I suppose, listening to other people in church and perhaps how they shared their faith.
What made you go and study theology?
It was something that I always enjoyed. Like, so Christian things generally are things I always enjoyed. I was always interested. I was always interested in the Bible. I think in one sense you could almost say, just from the point of view of, it was like almost like a really weird text. When you think about it, the Bible is really weird. Like, so much weird stuff happens in there. Like, you're reading through and it's like there's talking donkeys, there's like angels that look like beyond anything we could ever imagine. And I was just fascinated by it. So I suppose in that sense, I just wanted to study and read more. I just always found it interesting. I suppose that's a particularly intellectual answer, but also because it means something to me in my faith and my walk with God, I also wanted to look at it, perhaps similar to yourself, like where the foundations are, why I believe what I believe. Perhaps if I've got anything wrong as well, which I accept, that I'm sure there's plenty of things I don't understand that I've got wrong. I just wanted to look into it because it's both intellectual and also personal and spiritual as well.
And why did you choose NTC? What was it about Nazarene Theological College that stood out for you as opposed to anywhere else?
I think something that kind of stood out when I came here perhaps was the community aspect. People, even in my interview, when I was interviewed, people were very welcoming, very kind. Wanted to listen, wanted to chat, wanted to understand. I think the community aspect definitely kind of drew me in a bit. I also lived in Manchester as well, so I moved from home. I'm not from Manchester, and I was also living in Manchester at the time, and Nazarene College was like my local college, you could say. So there was definitely an element of that as well.
Where are you originally from, Joe?
So I'm from Chesterfield in Derbyshire.
Guess where I'm from?
Are you from Chesterfield?
Yes, I am.
Oh, no way.
I am.
Nice. That's cool.
Chesterfield College, did my media qualification, and look where I am now.
There we go.
So with you, obviously another fine Chesterfield lad, going to do this particular qualification. Is that where you plan to go? Is theology, is a career in the church what you're looking for?
I think so, yeah. Something either to do in the church, like pastoring, or even academic stuff. I would consider that as well. Yeah. I enjoy both. I enjoy the academic side, even though it could be hard and it could be stressful at times. It's very rewarding, both for myself and also, I suppose, I can share it with others and help them out as well. So, I think church ways probably what I'll go for.
Paint me the picture. What's it like? What's your course like? And what's life like at college?
Yeah, I mean, so my course is like lectures Monday to Wednesday. You have 1 or 2 lectures a day. On Tuesdays, we have chapel and we have our pastoral care groups, which are kind of like tutor groups where you can catch up with a couple of lecturers that you're kind of assigned to and they're assigned to you for the year. Apart from that, Thursdays, Fridays are like research days. Like the library's open, you can come in on site, you can meet up with your lecturers if you want to, which I could say is definitely an advantage. You can actually get to know your lecturers here and they can help you out with essays and and give you tips and things like that. I also live on site as well, which I'd say is definitely a bit of a bonus. So I get involved in the community quite often just because I live here, and get to know people as well. So that's kind of generally what it looks like.
That's fab. And what's your Christmas plans, Joe? What have you got planned for the festive season? Is it back home to Chesterfield, or are you staying around college?
No, we're back home to Chesterfield with my family. I've also got a dissertation to write and research for, so that will be part of my Christmas.
Not a quiet Christmas then.
Sadly, not this time.